Alright, so now I'm going to tell you how to stop hurricanes. And the way you do it is you use a product that's easily available right now. The product is already out there on the market, and this is it right here. I bought this. It comes in a small little package, and what's inside of here are little crystals. Little clear crystals. Take a look. See, they're small little crystals. And what these do is the crystals absorb water. Each one of those small little crystals absorbs 400 times its own weight in water. So a jar like this would absorb a huge amount of water. Now if you got a ton of this stuff, enough to fill an airplane, and dumped it into a tropical storm, before the storm became a hurricane, you know how hurricanes form off the coast of Africa? They start out as little tropical storms, then they grow into a big hurricane before they get to America. Well, what you do is you take a ton of this stuff, you dump it into the tropical storms off the coast of Africa, and you would kill those tropical storms before they became a hurricane and before they did destruction in America. Now I'm going to show you how this stuff works, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now watch, I'll pour some of the crystals into my pan here. And these are harmless crystals. What this stuff is this is fertilizer that a landscaper would use. What you're supposed to do is put these crystals at the base of a plant. And then the crystals would absorb the water from all around and would concentrate the water on the roots of a plant. So it sucks in water, this product sucks in water from all around and holds it, and if you use it to grow plants, it would provide water for the roots of the plant. So this stuff is not harmful to the environment because it's used to grow plants. And like I said before, each one of the small tiny crystals absorbs 400 times its own weight in water. And when the crystals get wet, they turn into like a gel. It's like a gel creation that's formed. Now when you dump it into a tropical storm, the way I'm talking about, off the coast of Africa, these crystals would absorb the moisture out of the storm. The moisture would turn into a gel, a heavy gel, and the moisture would drop down into the ocean and dissipate. Once you take the moisture out of a storm, you don't have the storm anymore. The storm goes away without the moisture. That's how you kill hurricanes. You dump this product into tropical storms off the coast of Africa. It absorbs the moisture out of the storm. The moisture becomes a heavy gel which falls into the ocean. It's harmless to the environment. The storm would dissipate because the moisture has been sucked out of the storm would disappear before it had the chance to become a hurricane. Now, I've got a little tray with some of the crystals in it. There it is right there. Those are the crystals in the tray. Now I'm going to put a little water in there. And we're going to see in a little while how these crystals absorb the water. See already, see that one little spot that's wet? It already absorbed the water. I could tip it over and the water's not coming out because the crystals have already absorbed the water. Now I could pour more water in. There's the water sloshing around now. You can see the water. But in a while, the crystals will absorb all that water. It's done it already. See that? There's no more liquid water in here. The crystals have absorbed the water. I'm dumping the tray over and no water's coming out. There's no water coming out of the tray right now. The crystals have absorbed all the water. I'll dump even more water in. I've only used a small, very small portion of this bottle of crystals. And it's absorbing a huge amount of water. This small little container right here will probably absorb a whole swimming pool full of water. Imagine if you had a ton of it and dropped it into a tropical storm off of Africa. You would not have any more hurricanes in America. There. The water that I dumped into the pan has now been absorbed by the crystals. I'm tipping the pan straight up. There's no water coming out. The crystals have totally absorbed the water. And I can even dump more water into the pan. I finished an entire glass of water into this pan, and the crystals have totally absorbed that water. I'll go fill this glass up again. I'll dump a second glass into my pan of crystals, and we'll see what happens. All right, here I have another glass of water. Here's my glass filled up with water, and I'll dump it into the pan. I've got the pan filled up to the top with water. It's filled up to the brim, just close to overflowing with water. And right now the crystals are absorbing that water. So while the crystals are doing their thing, I'll explain this idea one more time. We have a product that absorbs huge amounts of water. You take a ton of this product, put it into an airplane, and then dump this product into a tropical storm that formed off the coast of Africa. It's those storms that grow into the hurricanes that come onto the mainland in America and cause so much destruction. When you dump these crystals into the tropical storms, you will take the moisture out of those storms. The moisture will fall down to the ocean and dissipate. The storm will disappear. That means the storm will have no chance to grow into a hurricane that will cause destruction in America. You will stop the hurricanes by using a ton of this stuff on every tropical storm. All right, my second glass of water is in this pan of crystals. 2 full glasses of water. And I only used a small amount of crystals. Here's my container. It's almost still full. It's almost still full of crystals. I used a very small amount, and it absorbed 2 full glasses of water. Fully, completely. There's not even one drip of water coming out of there. I had this thing dumped. Watch. I'm dumping this thing like this. There's not even a drop of water coming out. Not even a drop of water. It absorbed 2 glasses full. So that's how you stop hurricanes. You thought I was crazy when I talked about it, but now you know it's true. There's a product already on the market that'll do the job for us. We don't have to have any more New Orleans. We don't have to have any more Rita hurricanes or Gloria hurricanes. We could stop them dead in their tracks by using a product that's already available. Think about that.